And you wonder why I get leery about David Benavidez fighting for Undisputed at 175. Just listen to what he says on this show. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only, and this is fair use. Let's listen to David Benavidez talk about him fighting the winner of Better BF or Bivol. To me, he sounds like he does not want to fight, but let's take a listen.
That you will fight the winner of Better BF Bivol.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. To be honest, the only thing that I'm thinking about is that if Bivol wins this fight, like what they would have to do a rubber match. You know what I mean? And like I'm just like thinking, who am I to say that they can't fight another fight because they fought two great fights. So that's basically the only thing I'm thinking of right now. But I would, if that's something like that would happen, I think I wouldn't fight until they get that done with, and then I would move into that fight after they have a trilogy. So that's really the only thing I'm saying.
Okay, boxing fans, who talks like that? If you want a shot at Undisputed, why would you care if they got a trilogy? Well, I don't want to get in the way of the trilogy. Who am I to get in the way of the trilogy? You're the mandatory. You have been mandated to fight the winner of this fight. Turki Al-Sheikh has promised you will get next dibs on whoever wins this fight. No one is talking about a trilogy but you. I'm sorry, Benavidez fans, Mexican Monster fans. It does not seem to me that he wants this fight. He's not talking like a monster. He's also saying, I'd rather fight Bivol because I spar Bivol. Means he don't want that smoke with Better BF if Better BF wins the fight. He does not want this fight at all. He might take it if Bivol wins. Better BF wins, the fight is off the table. I hope he fights a winner. He's supposed to be down there ringside, so I hope he takes the fight, gets in the ring, and says, I want you next. But the odds are it's not going to happen. I hope I'm wrong.
Speaking of those exhibitions, I was in Dallas for Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. Mm-hmm. I know you heard what Jake is saying, I want Canelo. So I don't know whether you take that seriously or, like, to his point, later on, do you see maybe an exhibition with a
Yeah, maybe.
Jake
Why
Paul?
not? Not right now.
But not a real fight.
No, not right now.
Canelo, please.
You want it?
Man, listen, because I just want Jake to get hurt. I respect Jake. No, I respect Jake. Me and I talk about this all the time. He's not a real boxer. And when he calls out somebody like you, give him what he asked for.
Yeah.
Just give him what he asked for one time.
For me, not right now, because I'm chasing other things in my career, but we never know. Maybe later.
Like after you're retired?
Yeah.
Okay, because you feel like...
But no, in that kind of fights. I think it's more show than a fight.
And he wins his last fight, and he of course calls you out, and then 2 days later he's fighting a near 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not interested in that kind of fights.
Boxing insider Rick Glazer says Canelo could be fighting Jake Paul in May. If so, it would be a Canelo Promotions MVP PBC event on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. Location to be announced, probably Vegas or Dallas. So it sounds like to me they are saying Canelo is getting his Mayweather-McGregor on. This is the latest rumor when it comes to Canelo. And remember what I told you, after January 1st, all these rumors will start to come out who Canelo's next opponent would be. And I remember Canelo saying that I'll fight Jake Paul when I'm done with real boxing. When I'm done with professional boxing, I was thinking about fighting Jake Paul. And why wouldn't he? And I'm going to believe him. I don't think this fight's going to happen. I think Jamal Charlo has a better chance at getting a fight with Canelo at this point. But I do think this fight could happen down the line when he's done and he's retired, because that is a lot of money to turn down. And Canelo is a smart businessman. But a lot of boxing publications are saying this is what they're hearing. They're saying this is Canelo's next fight. But I got to see it to believe it. Now, if this fight takes place, it will be a big event. But at the same time, I will be very disappointed if this fight happens. And I do understand the money aspect of it, but I'm a boxing fan. I'm not getting any of this money. But I understand it's a big event and Canelo will be handsomely paid for this fight. But I don't believe this fight will take place in May. And I hope I'm right on this one. I'm going to believe what Eddie Reynoso says. It's out of William Skull and Christian and Billy. I'm not a fan of a Canelo-Jake Paul fight, at least right now. And I know Rick Glazer has been hot when it comes to boxing news, but I'm going to go against the grain this time. I'm going to say this fight does not happen. It's out of William Skull and Christian and Billy. And I think it's kind of crazy that it's a chance Jake Paul will get a fight before David Benavidez. But anyway, what are your thoughts if Canelo takes on Jake Paul in May? Jay Beasy, I'm gone.